Hello and welcome to Science Scoop. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest mysteries in human history. And the craziest part? The clues aren't buried in some ancient tomb. They're hidden inside you, inside me, inside every single one of us.
So let me ask you a kind of weird question. What if your DNA is haunted? No, seriously. Haunted by the ghosts of ancient relatives you've never even heard of. A secret family that science is only now just beginning to find.
You know, for the longest time, the story of us, of human evolution, seemed pretty simple. It was this neat, tidy tale that we all basically learned in school. So, the story went like this, right? We, Homo sapiens, show up in Africa about 200,000 years ago. Then, around 80,000 years ago, we start migrating out of Africa and spreading across the globe. On the way, we bump into some of our cousins, like the Neanderthals. And well, fast forward to today, and we're the only humans left. See? A nice, clean, straight line. But what if that simple story is just wrong? What if there's a huge, secret chapter that's been ripped out of our family history? A chapter that changes everything. Okay, so our investigation starts with this massive clue. And it was found in the DNA of people living in West Africa. Scientists were scanning their genomes, and they just saw something that didn't add up. Something that shouldn't have been there.
You're not going to believe this. They found that for some folks, up to 19% of their DNA came from a source that was, well, completely unknown. It wasn't modern human, it wasn't Neanderthal, it was something else. So scientists gave this mystery source a perfectly spooky name, a ghost population. A ghost population is an ancient group of humans that has totally vanished. We don't have their bones, we don't have their tools, nothing. But their DNA, their literal ghost, is still alive hiding inside people today.
And this is where it gets really wild. This first ghost, found in people from places like Nigeria and Gambia, was ancient, like really ancient. The data showed their ancestors split off from our family tree a long time ago. We're talking somewhere between 360,000 and a full million years ago. This was way before Neanderthals. This was a complete unknown. Now, that discovery was absolutely incredible, but it was just the tip of the iceberg. It made everyone wonder, what if this isn't just a West African thing? What if these ghosts are hiding in everyone's DNA, including yours? Then, in 2025, this groundbreaking study from the University of Cambridge comes along and just blows the whole mystery wide open. They use these super smart computer programs to sift through DNA from people all over the planet, and what they found rewrites the very beginning of the human story.
Okay, to really get how big a deal this is, let's talk about Neanderthal DNA for a sec. You've probably heard that many of us have like 2% Neanderthal DNA from mixing that happened about 50,000 years ago, right? Well, this new study found something way bigger and way older. About 300,000 years ago, our ancestors mixed with another ancient group, and their DNA makes up a huge chunk of our genome. And here's the real kicker. They found it in everyone.
So this paints a completely new picture of where we came from, and it's wild. Here's how it goes. Step 1, way back like 1.5 million years ago, two ancient human groups split up. Step 2, they went their own ways, evolving separately for over 1 million years. Step 3, about 300,000 years ago, they bumped into each other again and merged. They created a new hybrid population. And step 4, that hybrid group, they are the direct ancestors of every single person alive today. And you know, this new science is shattering all the old rules we thought we knew. Like that whole idea that you only find Neanderthal DNA in people outside of Africa, yeah, that's out the window. Turns out migrations back to Africa tangled everything up, meaning that Neanderthal genes are found in modern African populations too. So yeah, that simple, clean story, it's officially dead. Which, of course, leads us to the one giant question we're all thinking. Who were they? Who are these mysterious ancient ghosts whose DNA we all carry inside of us?
All right, detective, let's check out the lineup of suspects. Now, we can't just run a DNA test on them, because we don't have any. But the fossil record gives us some prime candidates.
First in the lineup, Homo erectus. Now these guys, they were a massive success story. They were around for nearly 2 million years and were the first real world travelers in our family, spreading all across Africa and Asia. Their timing, their location, they are a very, very strong candidate.
Okay, suspect number 2, Homo heidelbergensis. These folks lived across Africa and Europe, And for a long time, scientists have thought they were the common ancestor of both us and the Neanderthals. They fit the timeline perfectly, and they're another really strong contender for being one of those groups that split off and came back.
And finally, suspect number 3, a more recent addition to the family, Homo longi, also known as Dragon Man. This is a sister group to our own species, a branch that also includes those other mysterious cousins, the Denisovans. And new discoveries, like a million-year-old skull found in China, are showing us that this branch of the family was way more important than we ever thought.
So you look at all the evidence, the ghosts, the deep ancestry, the fossil suspects, and the verdict is in. That old picture we had of the human family tree with all its neat little branches splitting off, it's wrong. It's just not how it happened.
It's not a tree. It's more like a tangled, messy, but kind of beautiful web. It's a story of ancient groups separating for huge amounts of time, meeting again by chance, and weaving their genetics back together into something new.
One of the scientists on that big Cambridge study, Dr. Aylwin Scully, said it best. Our history is far richer and more complex than we imagined. We aren't the product of a single straight line. We're the product of a whole bunch of them, all tangled together.
And really, that's the biggest takeaway here. We are all hybrids. These ghosts, these ancient relatives, they're not just in one group of people. Their DNA, along with Neanderthal DNA, lives on inside every single human population we've ever looked at. It's a shared secret that connects every single one of us on this planet.
The amazing thing is, we're just starting to find these ghosts hiding in the parts of our DNA we used to just call junk, which really makes you wonder, what other secrets, what other forgotten ancestors are still waiting in there to be found? Hey, the search is far from over, and we are going to be right here covering every new twist and turn. If you loved geeking out on this stuff, make sure you subscribe to Science Plus. Thanks for hanging out with us.